Welcome, my dear listeners. Stay with me to get the spoilers first and subscribe to the channel. Let's find out what's going to happen on The Bold and the Beautiful. Deacon gives Ridge a deadly warning about Taylor. What the current Bold and the Beautiful spoilers really mean. The most recent spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful do not say that Deacon Sharp gave Ridge Forrester a deadly warning. What they do say is that the week was so tense that it makes perfect soap sense. Sheila Carter has found out about Deacon and Taylor Hayes' affair. Taylor is scared of Sheila. Ridge is hurrying to protect his family, and Deacon and Taylor are being watched while they think the worst is over. In a situation like that, one strong warning aimed at Ridge or anyone else who is around Taylor suddenly seems necessary. The story feels so explosive because Deacon is no longer trying to hide the truth in Michael Fairman's preview from April 12. Deacon calls Taylor and asks her to put their conversation on speaker so Steffi and Finn can hear it. He then goes into great detail about what happened when Sheila confronted him, including the fact that he told her he loves Taylor. That part is important because it shows Deacon coming out of hiding and standing by Taylor instead of trying to keep their affair a secret. That honesty in public makes everything around him feel different. On the April 8 episode, Deacon and Sheila have a sad talk about their marriage. On April 9, Hope defends Deacon while Sheila and Deacon think about their relationship. In the end, Deacon is not changing his mind like Sheila wants him to. He is getting closer to Taylor, and the show makes it clear that the marriage is falling apart because he has finally admitted where his heart really is. That's where Ridge comes in, and that's why the title makes sense even though the exact scene isn't confirmed. Finn, Steffi, and Ridge all rush to protect their family from Sheila according to the official spoiler list. In the current story, Ridge is not the other man. He is the worried ex who keeps getting drawn into Taylor's life because he can see how dangerous Sheila is becoming. Ridge is already in protection mode on April 8, which means he is close to the danger whether he likes it or not. And Sheila is the only reason that no one is calm, according to the spoilers. Taylor is scared of Sheila on April 6. Soap opera spy says that Sheila makes threatening and aggressive moves that leave Taylor shaken and worried about what will happen next. Another report from Soap Hub says that Taylor and Deacon think the worst is over, but they find out that someone is still watching them from outside. Because of how Sheila is acting, this story has gone from being a secret affair into something that feels like a threat. That's also why the deadly warning angle keeps coming up. Soap opera spy says that Deacon and Taylor are playing with fire, and Soap Dirt's early April spoilers even hint that Steffi may remind everyone that Sheila could have killed Taylor and maybe Deacon too if she had caught him at the wrong time. That's case about danger, not a confirmed attack. But it perfectly captures the mood. This is a story where people are starting to talk as if that is not impossible. Ridge's job is even harder because he still has feelings for Taylor. A recap from April 9 says that Ridge says he is sorry if his choice go back to Brooke made Taylor go to Deacon. But Taylor tells him to stop and says she chose Deacon on her own. That scene is important because it takes away the old excuse that Ridge caused this and puts Taylor's choice in the spotlight. It also means that Ridge is no longer just a bystander. He has to deal with the effects of his own romantic past while Taylor moves on. Deacon may feel the need to warn Ridge because Ridge's presence makes Taylor's life harder. Even when he is trying to be good, Ridge is worried, protective, and still upset, and the spoilers say that Steffi wants Taylor to stay away from Deacon for good. Ridge is also trying to deal with the fallout. There is a lot of pressure on Taylor from three sides. Deacon wants her. Ridge is still in her emotional history, and Sheila is always there, ready to ruin any reunion or breakup. Deacon's harsh warning would fit that pressure cooker perfectly. The show keeps adding layers instead of fixing the mess, which makes this week especially juicy. Deacon and Taylor don't know they are being watched on April 10, and Soap Hub says Sheila's discovery makes things even more dangerous. Michael Fairman's recap from April 11 shows Sheila is still grinning from outside while Taylor and Deacon kiss, which makes her look less like a woman who is leaving and more like someone who is planning her next move. Deacon's warning would not only be about jealousy if Rich got anywhere near that situation, it would be about keeping another man safe from the blast. The show is also making a point of saying that Sheila is still stuck in her old ways. According to Soap Hub, she went back to being herself, and according to Soap Opera Spy's weekly update, she keeps confronting Taylor until he admits to the affair. A different Soap Hub article even says that fans might think Sheila is playing the long game with Taylor in her sights. That makes the idea of the deadly warning sound less like an exaggeration and more like the kind of dramatic language fans use when a villain is clearly still after the couple. That week, Deacon starts to sound less like a man hiding something and more like a man drawing a line in the sand. In the April 12 recap, Deacon tells Taylor what happened after Sheila sees him and Taylor together. He makes it clear that he told Sheila he loves Taylor. He also seems to think that Sheila has changed, which could be a real sign of hope or a very bad mistake. If Reese crosses him at that moment, Deacon would have every reason to tell Reese to stay out of it. The danger is no longer just emotional, it could be deadly. That is an inference, but the way the show is set up makes it a very good one. The warning is important for another reason. Taylor is already worried. The spoiler for April 9 says that Hope stands up for Deacon, while the coverage for April 8 and 10 keeps talking about Taylor's fear and the fact that she and Deacon are still being watched. Taylor is not in a carefree relationship. She is in one that keeps making Sheila angry and the family worried. Deacon could easily see Rage as just another problem in a situation that is already on the verge of falling apart if he is nearby. So the story right now is less Deacon already made a death threat to Ridge, and more the show has made such an unstable triangle that a deadly warning would feel deserved. Deacon has told Sheila he loves her, Sheila has lost control, Ridge is worried, and Taylor is scared. When you add in the fact that someone is watching from the shadows, the whole thing starts to feel like a warning sign that needs a voice. The Bold and the Beautiful is best at this kind of slow-burning chaos. That's why the title works as a soap headline. Even though the exact line has not been checked, Deacon has to defend Taylor in public, explain himself to Steffi and Finn, and deal with Sheila, who may not be done yet. Ridge is still a strong emotional presence around Taylor, and with Sheila around, every conversation feels tense. If Deacon warns Ridge, it won't just be because of their old rivalry, it would be because things have gotten so bad around Taylor that they need one. This week's Bold and the Beautiful story isn't really about a clean love triangle. There is a confession, a threat that is about to happen, a family that is on edge, and a woman who may not be as changed as everyone thinks she is. Ridge is worried, Taylor is scared, and Deacon is finally saying what everyone else is thinking. He loves Taylor. That kind of truth can become a warning, and in this case, Ridge should pay attention to it. And this is where the tension stops simmering and starts to feel dangerous, because that warning isn't really about rivalry anymore, it's about survival. Because when Deacon Sharp steps up now, he is not just defending this relationship with Taylor Hayes, he is reacting to a situation that's spiraling beyond control, and he knows it. And that's what makes this moment so intense. Because Reese Forrester isn't the enemy, but he's still part of the pressure, still part of the chaos circling Taylor, and right now, even being close to her could be risky. Honestly, this is the kind of shift that changes everything. Because the story isn't asking who loves Taylor more, it's asking who can actually keep her safe. And those are two very different things. But let's talk about the real storm again, Sheila Carter. Because her silence right now feels louder than any threat, and that's never a good sign. Because if Deacon is warning Ridge, It might not be about jealousy at all, it might be a desperate attempt to keep everyone from walking straight into something they don't see coming. So here's a chilling thought. What if the real danger isn't the confrontation, but the calm before it? And what happens if Ridge refuses to stop back, thinking he's protecting Taylor while unknowingly making himself the next target? In my opinion, this is building toward a moment where someone underestimates Sheila, and that's when everything explodes. Not with words, but with consequences. My prediction: the warning won't be taken seriously enough. Lines will be crossed, and the fallout will hit harder than anyone expects, especially for the person who thought they are in control. So now the real question becomes, is Deacon trying to protect Taylor, or is he the only one seeing how bad this is about to get? And if Sheila makes her move, who will be caught off guard first? Reese, Taylor, or Deacon himself? Stay locked into the story, because the next twist won't feel like drama anymore. It's going to feel like a turning point, and not everyone will walk away from it the same.